is going on, everybody? Welcome back to a brand new episode of TheLead Houston, where it's all Houston all the time. Here we go, Texans fans. There is a bunch of moves that happened today. One of them a cut, another one a restructure. Let's get into it. So, as we know, yesterday we had the Houston Texans trade a 7th-round pick for Christian Kirk. It is rumored that his contract in some fashion is going to be restructured and ultimately going to help the Texans cap space wise. But to get there, the Houston Texans made a restructure and they cut someone significantly. First, let's get into the restructure. That's what happened this morning. We had a restructure of Azeez Al-Shaair, the Texans linebacker, created $6.26 million in cap savings for 2025 for the Houston Texans. Absolutely love it. The Texans are creating more and more cap space, but for who? That is a very interesting question there. Who are they specifically targeting? We all know that free agency is right around the corner, so don't blink, Texans fans. You're going to be getting a lot of news lately, especially from this channel right here, so you already know what to do, man. Go down in the comment section, drop a comment, drop a like, hit that subscribe button. You already know I'm going to keep you up to date as much as I can. Azeez Al-Shaair created $6.26 million. Christian Kirk is going to be a restructure in some sort of fashion. But the cut that happened today, the cut that shocked the world, not really. I think it made the world, and by the world, I mean our Texans world, our Texans community. It made us rejoice. It made us applaud. It made us come together and sing a kumbaya for anyone that has beef. Everyone came together here in Houston because, ladies and gentlemen, Shaq Mason is now put down to an effective end.
We have caught and compromised to a permanent end.
Shaq Mason is cut. Ladies and gentlemen, Shaq Mason cut from the Houston Texans. Reportedly, it was supposed to be saving them $2 million, but now we got a new report coming from Jonathan Alexander. The Shaq Mason release is in fact a post-June 1 cut per source. This saves the Texans about $9 million in cap space. Now, you're probably wondering, Harley, why would the Texans do this? Why do they want to move his cut and release date to a post-June 1st? Well, from what I gathered here, it seems like the Houston Texans, they were only going to save $2 million. What is $2 million going to get you in free agency? Nothing. So now you move that money and wait till June 1st and say, hey, I can save actually $7 more million if I wait till June 1st. Just a few more months. Yeah, you're going to miss out on free agency with that move. You can't use that money for free agency and wait for the money to come in, like a deposit. No, it don't work that way, unfortunately, in the NFL. But this $9 million does help the Texans look at a Derek Stingley extension. Post June 1st, that screams extension for someone in the Houston Texans, and that someone is All-Pro Sting, most deservingly so, and I would expect all of that money and a lot more gets added onto his contract, and the Texans will be paying Derek Stingley a contract extension at some point during that time. We also got to factor in even Jalen Petrie, who's going to be due for an extension this coming year as well. But Derek Stingley, to me, is priority number one. He is your top corner. He is cornerback number one. He is All-Pro Sting. He is that dude, okay? The Houston Texans made these moves, and now it makes you go, okay, Shaq Mason is gone. Okay, what are they looking at, though, free agency-wise? And this is where I tell you, the next tweet that was tweeted from Aaron Wilson, I think needs to be talked about a lot more. Because according to Aaron Wilson, the Texans plan to bolster the guard position through free agency and the NFL draft. Well, hey now, This is a fantastic idea for the Houston Texans, and this should scream to Texans fans that Nick Caserio, D'Amico Ryans, and the Houston Texans organization knows that they have to fix this offensive line, and they have a plan to fix the offensive line by double dipping in free agency and the NFL draft. Now, when you look at this offensive line currently constructed, left tackle Laramie Tunsil, your center is going to be either Juice Scruggs or Jarrett Patterson. I still think Juice Scruggs, who they value a lot, they meaning Nick Caserio and D'Amico, I think with new OC Nick Caley, new O-line coach Cole Popovich, that ultimately with the right coaching, with the right direction, he could be the center that you hoped and wanted to be when you traded up for him 2 years ago. And then right tackle, it's either going to be Blake Fisher or Titus Howard. I am still wondering if Titus Howard is going to be playing at the guard position, or is he going to go back to tackle? I don't mind Titus Howard being a guard, but my ultimate thing for him is he has to know he is a guard entering the offseason. Like, he's got to know soon. The Texans have to let him know soon, because it is a lot better to know, okay, I am a guard. I can work this kind of way for the whole offseason and try to get ready to play the guard position. I know he is a natural tackle. Maybe he goes right back to right tackle. Who knows? And then they can move Blake Fisher back as the swing tackle, which he was kind of originally drafted for to take over George Fant's role 2 years ago. But right guard currently, nobody. Left guard currently, who knows? Titus Howard, Kenyon Green ain't going to be on this team. I'll tell you that right now. He won't be on this team for much longer. I don't know if it's Titus Howard. I don't know if it's someone in free agency. I don't know if it's someone in the draft. According to Aaron Wilson, they're going to double dip. And when you look at the draft, you got Tyler Booker, you got Gray Zabel, you got a Tate Ratledge. There's multiple guys in the draft that the Houston Texans could be looking at. And then you got the NFL free agency. You look at a cheap option in James Daniel that was with the Pittsburgh Steelers. Yes, he got hurt, but when he was healthy, that dude was a badass motherfucker. Then you also have a big fish in the pond in Will Freeze. You already took a Christian Kirk from the Jacksonville Jaguars. You seem to be stealing from the AFC South. Why not continue and get yourself a legitimate guard in Will Freeze, and then you shore up the right side, because now you could have a right guard in Will Freeze, and I just still believe that Titus Howard is the right tackle for this team. You could have him, Will Freeze, Juice Scruggs. The right side sounds a whole lot better with that moving forward. But as far as we know, y'all let me know down in the comment section, what do you think the moves are for the Houston Texans? Who do you want them to sign in free agency in terms of interior offensive linemen? Who do you want them to draft for the offensive line? Because according to Aaron Wilson, they're going to be double dipping in free agency and the draft. And that is a very good, resounding music to all of the Texans fans' ears. As always, guys, go Astros, go Rockets, go Texans. You have a blessed day.